So this week we're going to focus on financial management tool. Remember last week we focused on like performance management, yeah, something like that. So we move from performance to management, and the agenda for this week is we're going to focus on return on investment. Actually, return, the word return is mean like profit, money, return, margin, the same thing, profit, yeah, return on investment. So when you invest, so the term investment is focused on spending money, like doing business investment. Investment is not about making investment you're spending, but return on investment means you're making money back. And reading the handout here, number 2. So fly supply chain lesson we can learn from the summer game in Rio. So this one page article they talk about like how the logistic help to prepare for the game in Rio. I think sometime a few years ago they have some kind of Olympic game in Rio. And then brainstorming. Brainstorming is a problem solving skill. It doesn't related to financial, related to problem solving skill, because I think it help people to develop their problem solving skill by using brainstorming. Like if they know how to brainstorm properly, they know it could help them to solve the problem. Because in real life you cannot just like you require a lot of skill. Like most important thing is, hold on. Okay, sorry. So in the real world, other than like memorizing and having knowledge, you require a few skills such as problem solving and analytical skill. Those are really important. And you might encounter that word in those skills in your journey down the road in class, college, or in real life. So here, just bring you up, just introduce you one tool of problem solving skill, brainstorming. And cause and effect analysis is the solution for any kind of problem. So we do cause and effect analysis, and we have some short exercise about that. And next week, if it were to be final week preparation, we're gonna do some preparation on a final exam. And I recommend you to don't miss this week at all, because final week. I heard we're not supposed to have class, but I want to do some review with you guys. What we expect in the exam, what kind of question that I'm gonna ask, because it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be really hard. Maybe two long, 3 paragraph questions about warehouse, inventory, and transportation, and then some short answer question about each topic that we learn. Like topic like this week we learned about financial tool. The previous week we learned about like performance, problem solving skill, something like that. So we're gonna have short question about that, and then the rest of the question gonna be multiple choice, true, false, or matching question. Yes, and then the next 2 week is final exam. Yeah, final exam is gonna be 2 hours long. Okay. So, any question about about the expectation to finish the semester strong? You've just finished it strong. Semester is almost over, so just finish it strong. After you finish the semester, you have like free summer. What would you guys plan to do after the end of semester? Like anyone doing an internship somewhere?
I think I want to look for an internship, but I haven't like applied for any.
Yeah, you should
But like,
apply.
you know any place that is looking for
I don't know.
students?
I saw people post on like on the embassy of Germany. Oh, could you contact like logistic company like Yum24? I think they have
Yes,
like,
I prefer logistic company since I already take this course.
yeah. So Yum24 I heard it's good too. If they will have internship. maybe you could ask the school, email to the school to help you contact the company. Because like, if you contact the company individually, they might afraid, oh, they don't want to share the data with the student or with someone else outside the company. But if you request to the school or university, I heard someone responsible for career finding center or whatever. I saw the email. Yeah.
But do you think they trust freshmen, sir?
I mean, it's internship, you know. You pay money for the school, so they should listen to you. Trust or not doesn't matter. Uh, yeah, as long as it's not like a rocket science. You just like hope to maybe take care of the admin or scheduling problem. So it's not that bad. It's not that hard, and it's just like you don't have to work like 8 hours a day, just maybe 3 or 4 hours a day. That's it. And some internship they pay money too. In some bank, like Maybank or whatever, they also pay some money. They I'm not sure how much, but it's not going to be a lot. It's just like still money, you know. So as the school request whether they should contact the company, or maybe request them to contact the company for internship opportunity. So that's the tool that I recommend you to do. Yeah, a lot of students they probably not knowing like where to find or not don't know what to do, even though they want to do internship. But yeah, just ask the school to help. So the school they might have more influence, you know. Okay, so return on investment, financial tool. So return on investment again, it's just like the money that we make from investment. So and we use return on investment. This calculation is a final financial measure. ROI. Remember the previous week we studied KPI. KPI measure the performance. ROI is the financial. So KPI and ROI have to go hand in hand. Okay. And it's a financial measure used widely within the company to decide whether the investment in asset is going to be cost effective and how long the payback period is going to be. Payback period is like the time until like you start making money from the investment, like the breaking even, breaking even time, breaking even period. And so you put $500 in investment, and then you make $100 per month. So the payback period is 5 months. So 5 months you make $100 every month. 5 months is going to be $500, and then it break even the money that you spend on investment. Yeah, that's called payback period. American English they use break even, but British English they use payback period. This is the first time I heard this word too. Yeah. So any kind of investment you want it to be cost effective. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so investment in assets. So asset include everything, right? Building, land, property, technology, machinery, software, everything we spend money on, they all called asset. Asset include everything. And also return on investment is used to compare the different projects and find a cost-effective, efficient one. So whenever you decide on an investment, you have money, you decide on you're not focused on one investment. You need to make decision which one is better than the other. It's like when you buy. Let's say if you are a Nyam24 driver and you want to buy a motorbike, spend money to buy a motorbike, and then you drive for Nyam24, right? For like part-time job, freelancer, or you want to do on the weekend, or maybe on the summer. Maybe some people think it's a good idea. We don't know. some student might, I don't know, whatever. Just like for example, so you have like some money, maybe $1,000 or less than that, and you want to decide whether you should buy like a $800 motorbike or $1,000 or $1,500. So you have money, and if you buy a cheaper asset like the cheaper motorbike, you're gonna make money to pay them back. The payback period is gonna be shorter. But remember, when you buy a cheaper one, in long run, like our vehicle gonna break down a lot, and you have to spend more money on maybe on maintenance or something like that. But if you buy the more expensive one, it's gonna take long time to pay back. For the payback period, you spend like maybe 2 or 3 years to pay back, or maybe 2 years max to pay back all like the investment that we spend on. So this kind of ROI, it help you to decide which kind of investment, or we call project. But maybe we use the word investment. Which investment is better than the other option? So the more attractive investment, we focus on the one that have higher return on investment and a shorter payback period. Shorter payback period, you mean like the investment make money really fast, and we could pay back the money that we spend on investment in a shorter period. So shorter period and have a higher return on investment make the investment more attractive, making money a lot. So here in a company, KPI also help to improve ROI. If the performance is good, you have like maybe skilled people have expert in like in what they are doing, and have good strategy. They grab the market, so it also boosts the company ROI. So KPI support ROI. So when we have to use ROI, return on investment, so when we contemplating the introduction of new equipment or technology to improve the process and reduce cost. So yeah, in a business or whatever, logistic or whatever, sometimes you need to replace your old technology or equipment because it become less efficient and it break down a lot. It's old, so we have to replace it. Like for example, our school classroom system is that technology is so old, slow. At one point, the school has to replace it, but maybe they haven't thought about replace it yet. But for me, they should replace it if they want to compete with other school in terms of technology or whatever. Because the classroom system is the core competency of the school or the university. So more money in developing this kind of technology, So when they develop technology, they spend money, but at the same time they also make some saving from that investment. Why? Because when technology is great, we students like it, and it's spread out the word to new high school graduate. Said, oh, this school is great, the technology is great, whatever, great or whatever. It's kind of like attract more students to come in, and when more students come to school, the school could make more money out of that too. So, okay, one example of return on investment. This is straight from the book. It said during a voice picking trial. So voice picking trial, we use voice recognition to pick inventory. So instead of scanning in barcode, we take a lot of time and pay a lot of people to scan the inventory. So we don't do that anymore. We use voice recognition. Voice recognition like Google, Apple, whatever, they use this kind of technology. But it's not really perfect yet. Voice recognition is not perfect yet. It's still on trial process. So the company decided to use voice picking trial. So a client calculated that its ROI is replacing the barcode scan picking. So they want to replace the barcode one. Was approximately 25.4%. So ROI they calculated in percentage. And this is the formula here. For the first year, with a payback period of 9.5 months. The method of calculation was followed. So the gain from investment or the saving that we made and minus the cost of investment divided by cost of investment and time 100, we would find the percentage of investment, the return on investment. Okay. This one is not really thing. Here, this is the number that they give us. So the pick product saving. So when the company investing in a voice picking recognition, they use voice recognition technology to pick up inventory. The company could save 52,800 pounds because instead of paying the employee, now the company doesn't pay for anyone anymore. It's just use technology, and technology you don't have to pay anything as long as you have internet connection and electricity, right? And increased accuracy saving. So voice recognition, the benefit is like it helps to increase accuracy. So because when people scan barcode, whatever, people, they're human, they make some error. And when they make some error, they might ship the wrong product to the customer, and the company have to return the shipping back and spend another shipping, have to do another shipping to ship the right products back to the customer, so it costs money. So increasing accuracy with the voice recognition picking, it saved the company 33,600 pounds, and the total saving, you just add them up, is like 86,400 pounds. But the company had to spend on investment, had to spend on a voice recognition technology. They had spent 38,900,000. And also, if you want to find the percentage, how much that the company make from investment, we do this calculation. We take the total saving here minus the investment and divide it by the investment total, multiplied by 100, we find 25.4%. It's a huge return on investment. So maybe you have this is investment in voice, maybe one company or maybe other company, second company, they have different price, and you do the same calculation. If you find it maybe lower or higher, it depends on how much saving that you do and what is the cost you spend on the other company, So when you make decision what kind of voice recognition technology you should invest, you do this kind of calculation. Company 1, company 2, company 3, and see which one has the highest return on investment. And you pick the highest one, okay? And the payback period, the same thing. You take the saving divided by, instead of minus, you just directly divided by, the investment divided by the saving and multiplied by 12 months. So you see 9.6 months. So 9.6 months, what is it? So it's a time when the company start making money back from the investment. Yeah, they start making money from the first month, but those money had to pay back for the investment that the company spent earlier. So 9.6 months is the break-even time. Okay, do I have any question? If you are not sure, please let me know. No one? Okay. All right, let me call a name and start asking for question. Okay, Sinhood, are you here? Sinhood? Okay. Yeah. Could you tell me what is 9.6 months?
9.6 months is a payback period like
Okay.
uh I mean
The payback
uh,
period here.
like
Anyone? Okay.
uh, after we make the investment, we spend the money on the investment, and
Mm-hmm.
this is the period that we have to cover the price of investment that we spend.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Let's say if you spend $960 to buy maybe a motorbike, and then you work for Young 24, and in a month you make $100. You make $100 from that company, from like delivering they ship the item to customer, and then it will take 9.6 months, right? 9.6 months for the payback period. So the breaking even time. So after 9.6 months, you the money that you make is you already pay off the investment that you spent earlier. So okay, more Chen. No, I don't hear anything from her. Moreni, you here, right? Uh,
Yes,
okay. Could you tell me why we have to calculate the return on investment? Why we have to find the return on investment? Like 25.4%. Why we need to find 25.4%? You need some more time to think?
yes,
Okay. Anyone else could help? Want to step in and help your classmate?
Okay, so can I answer, sir?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Okay, so we find the return on investment in order to compare or in order to calculate whether the investment is worth doing it or not. So
Yeah.
if uh,
Okay.
if we have like two way
Mm-hmm.
on investing, maybe investing on plan or investing in transportation,
Mm-hmm.
we want to calculate which one give the higher return.
Yeah.
So we will invest in that sector.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we do that kind of thing for we want to compare the return on investment, and we see which one has a higher rate of return. If and we pick the one that has a greater rate of return, greater percentage, right? But sometimes this kind of calculation is not really accurate. In real life, it's not 25.4% because the company not only spending money on like investment, they have to spend money on like train people, right? Train people to operate the voice recognition technology, and spend money on maintenance, spend money maybe on update the internet system, or I don't know, safety system or whatever. So those kind of money have to taken into account. So in real life, probably it's less than 25.4%. Yeah. So this is just like a straightforward calculation. Again, in real life, if you want to do it, if you want to make it more realistic, you need to take into account how much money the company spend on training people, training staff, how much money the company spend on like maintenance. For example, uh, I don't know. I have seen a military background. I'm gonna give you some example of military, like F-22 Raptor, the new fighter jet that the U.S. own. One vehicle, one plane is like $160 million. It's like $160 million. If you want to buy that plane, that jet, you have to spend $160 million to buy it. So, and if but including the maintenance for the whole life of the aircraft. So the aircraft may be going to be available for like 50 or 60 years the lifetime of the aircraft, and including the maintenance and everything. For one plane, the cost of the overall cost of one plane, including the actual cost, the maintenance and overhead costs, everything, is like $600 million per plane. That's really very expensive, very crazy. So this is the plane here. Let me show you. S-22 Raptor. Yeah, this one. See this plane, like it's a stealthy plane, so you cannot see it on radar because the skin is made out of like, I don't know, carbon, some kind of carbon thing. So $600 million to spend on the whole lifetime of the plane. Even the helmet that the pilot wear is like how much? $40,000 for the helmet for the pilot. You know, I don't know. I don't know what kind of technology that they do it, but it's like $40,000 for just the helmet. I have a chance to put it on. I don't know. No, I cannot fly. You need a lot of training, and it's in the Air Force, not really. Army, Navy, we have F-35. So the helmet that we wear is like, yeah, $400,000, and they have like integrated technology or whatever thing. I almost step on it when I walk around because I didn't know, and I just realized that the helmet of F-35. So yeah, that kind of thing. Like if you want to calculate the actual cost, you have to include maintenance. Maintenance is an important thing. Spend a lot of money, crazy amount of money. Okay, so now we're going to the next part. Like picking the shortest payback period is not always the best option. So like here, if you look at this project, again, if you have money, you want to buy a motorbike, right? To work on your 24, you have three options. Should you buy the $800 one, $1,000, or $1,500? Yeah, maybe this one like a second-hand motorbike. This one maybe first-hand, but not Honda Dream or whatever. And this one maybe expensive one, a big motorbike. I don't know how expensive it is, but just let's make it up. And the initial investment, normally when you buy the cheaper one, yes, it's not really strong, and some small motorbike is cheaper, and it consumes less gas, right? When it consumes less gas, you make a lot of profit out of it. Let's say $80 a year, $80 a year, and you have to wait like year 3 for the payback period, the breaking even point. If you spend $240, and each year you make money $80, so you have to wait until year 3 until you start making money to pay off the investment, right? The project B, like the medium quality motorbike, you spend the same amount of money, but at the same time, probably the return, the profit that you save is less. It's less than that, and you have to wait until year 4 for the payback period. But maybe this one have a better quality, and in the next year you still make $60 from saving. Unlike Project A, Project B still makes $60, but Project A make $10 and $0 year 5, and everything start to break down, and they start selling whatever they own, because it's not worth it. Maintenance cost is really high. Project C, maybe you spend a lot of money at the beginning, you buy the brand new bulldozer or whatever. You don't want to buy the cheaper one, and yeah, you save like $60 a year, and you have to wait until year 5 to do this for the payback period. So normally, if you just look at the shortest payback period, you probably would pick Project A, right? Project A. If you do 5-year analysis, you would pick Project A. And unfortunately, the total saving over 5 years is only 250 compared to 300 on project B and C. So if you were the one who make decision, which kind of project you would choose? What would you choose? Anyone? Chandara? Dara? What would you choose if you are the one who make decision? A, B, or C? Hmm? B? Yeah. So B, it have more potential, right? It take 4 years for the payback period, and the saving over the course of 5 years, $300. But it depends. In my opinion, sometimes it depends. If you plan to do it for like, all right, you have how many summer you have? If you are a student, you have only like 3 summer, right? 3 summer. So you want to do it only 3 year. If you want to do it only 3 year, and after 3 use it anymore. If you want to sell it, you should choose project A, because project A you could sell it right away. In the real life, you probably make more than this. I'm sure you could make money to pay off in a shorter period. But if you plan to do something like a short-term investment, you probably choose something similar to project A that give a shorter payback period. But if you plan to do a long-term investment, you should do something like B or C. So it depends. There's a lot of article that wrote about when you should buy or when to rent a house. Something too, because in developed country, renting a house and buying a house almost cost the same. It's really expensive. You have to pay. Here you don't buy a house and give them pay them all of the money. You pay them like 20% down payment, and another 80% you have to pay monthly to the bank, like over the course of 10 year or 15 year. And for renting the house, you have to pay the owner every month. Some people saying that, why don't you guys just buy the house? Because maybe next 10 or 15 years, you're gonna own the house. But if you rent the house, you pay money. It's the same amount of money, but you don't own it. You don't really own it. Maybe less than you rent a house. You pay less money, little less money, but you still don't own it after the 10 or 15 years. But there is some counter argument saying that, all right, let's say you like a year. For a year, if you spend if you plan to stay for a shorter time, less than 5 years, based on the calculation and analysis, you should rent the house. But if you plan to stay more than 5 years, the best option is to buy a house, because the house you cannot just like spending on money on the actual cost. You have to spend money on maintenance, cutting the grass every week, spending on like paying the tax every year, something like that. And if you rent a house, you don't have to pay for that kind of thing. Yeah, that's why they recommend that you do like short-term investment. If you do something really short-term, choose something that have a short payback period. If you want to do long-term, choose anything that have long payback period. Okay. Questions? All right. If not, I'm gonna stop the recording.